Signori miei, bentornati con il nostro magico, ripeto magico, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Sto facendo questi video uno dietro l'altro, quindi se mi state dando dei consigli non posso seguirli, sia chiaro. Però continuate a supportare la serie, ragazzi, se volete vedere il continuo. Perché è una serie veramente lunga, raga. Qua si parla di almeno, 50 ore di gioco, una roba del genere, voglio dire. Tanta roba. Oddio, questo? Madonna, questo gli dobbiamo ancora dare...
Do you need something?
Gli dobbiamo ancora dare... Sono qui per i finimenti.
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Christ, what kind of mess is this again? I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. It was good to see you, my friend.
Ok. Aringa si chiama. Questa è?
Heel.
Diciamo che il vigore è anche di più, tutto in più. Valore 1260, guarda la mia lenticchia, valore 180. Voglio questo! Voglio questo. Ricorda i cavalli.
And?
Accetta il cavallo.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out, and he'll keep going for fucking ages. And he's a well-behaved, smart animal as well.
Intelligente lo vedremo.
Honest stock, too. From the Samin stud farm. Not one of them stolen nags that's seen around these parts. I've heard that wind is blowing from them dodgy nomads.
Ok, così
So I
dicono.
heard.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him. You do know how to ride, don't you?
No, guarda, vengo qua in taxi. Cioè.
Don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. The main thing is to spur him on as fast as he can go. And when he can't keep it up, press him on. So he'll endure more next time. Spurs are a horseman's best friend.
Christ, fella, you don't know shit. It's a shame I have to give Erin to the likes of you. He deserves a better master. Now listen well, or I'll put the spurs into you. The first thing is, pet him now and again when you're in the saddle.
Carezzarlo, ma
And he'll be calmer, looser. Actually, best do that as soon as you mount him. Once you're mounted, don't drive him too much over tough terrain. He won't trot too good, and he won't move too fast neither. After all, the roads ain't for show, and horses ain't stupid, mind. If you leave him standing around, he'll most likely go and find a place he likes. A trough where he can drink, or maybe some pasture. So don't be surprised if you leave him alone and then can't find him afterwards.
All right.
Ma...
I'll bear that in mind.
And of course, the horse needs good kit, no more than yourself. Saddle, bridle,
vabbè,
horseshoes.
sì, bravo.
I've prepared some decent tack for you, so I don't get my arse whipped for not treating his lordship's honoured guest right. Mistakes don't go unpunished here. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Allora, madonna quanto parlano sti strozzi, veramente. Questo gioco tipo so, 50 ore solo ed esclusivamente per i dialoghi, guarda. Sì. Quindi questo è il nostro nuovo cavallino. Tanta roba. Allora, inventario. Non mi ricordo, era qua, qua e qua. Oh. Guarda che bello, eh. Scorta Hans. Ok. Cerca di non schiantarti.
I'm always glad to see polite people.
I'm ready. We can go.
We can't. We wouldn't make it to Nebakov and back by sunset. We'll meet at the second gate tomorrow at sunrise.
Dio che palle. Ok, ci siamo ragazzi. È ora di svignarcela. Cioè, abbastanza presto, no?
I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg or whatever the bastard's name is.
Ok.
Fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergov. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
Look, I know I behave like an idiot, but...
Ci tengo.
Happens to the best of us. But you can rely on me. Always. We had a disagreement, that's all. Who doesn't sometimes? You're the closest friend I have left.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment, but now I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
And you have my word as a blacksmith that I'll stand by you, even if it isn't always easy going.
Then your word must be as firm as steel, but I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bajena, we have to repay our debt.
You're right. That's only proper.
Therefore, I entrust you with that, on behalf of both of us. Give her our sincerest thanks, along with this. That ought to repay our debt royally.
Ah sì?
Your wish is my command, sir.
As soon as we get back from Nebakov. It's high time we set out, so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then.
Ok, io ovviamente faccio delle scelte, cioè allora, non volevo che litigassero comunque sia, quindi volevo che il rapporto fosse solido. Non voglio arrivare a farli inchiappettare, perché sì, potete anche farli arrivare a inchiappettare, non ho idea di cosa bisogna fare, neanche vi interessa, però non voglio neanche litigarci.
But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before.
Carino.
Bergstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Bergov certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Burgov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
Oh signor. Quindi poi dobbiamo tornare dalla vecchia per pagarle il debito, cosa che io non ho fatto. Ecco, guarda il cavallo in mezzo alle balle.
Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. Then he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
Well, you'll be telling him how you put a stop to the war in the land, saved King Venceslas, and brought peace to the people.
That doesn't sound too shabby. Only, how to actually achieve it.
Cioè, tanta roba sto gioco, però i dialoghi sono veramente, madonna, eterni. Che per carità, e diciamo potrebbe essere un punto anche di forza.
I need to get my mind on other things.
Che cazzo vuol dire?
I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What do you say?
How could I refuse you, Eddie?
Oddio, se da così
There's a
c'è il
junction
fretta.
beyond Truskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready, forward!
Oh madonna. Sì, ma il mio è un cavolo di merda. Tanto vince lui.
Quick!
Quick,
Quick!
quick.
Go!
Mi disarciona di brutto questo, me lo sento.
Quick!
Se taglia la strada? Non vincerò mai. Tanto questo non scavalca qua, quindi che cazzo.
Ja!
Vince lui, vince lui. Ah, ho sbagliato strada! Aiuto! Vince lui sicuro, a meno che non inciampi e cada. Ma c'è ancora quello impiccato lì a marcire, ma che diavolo. No, mica non ce la faccio. Mi butto giù. Ce la faccio. Ce la faccio. Ce la faccio.
Go!
Ah. Pezzo di merda. Oddio.
Whoa!
Sei contento, stronzo? Loda.
Come here.
Oh. Pelo maculato. Ok, quindi sei stato bravo. Bastardo.
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
Think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give up. That's what I like most about you.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. The Lord of fucking Perkstein let everyone know who they have the honour of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nebakov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters.
Ok. A Nebakov. Comunque vi stavo dicendo, i dialoghi c'è anche tanto impegno ovviamente dietro, ci sta. Però madonna, sono troppi. Cioè, non lo so, da una parte ve l'ho detto, è un pregio, no? Dall'altra parte, madonna mia.
We turn right here.
I was thinking about our mission. What do you think of our prospects with von Burgov?
Well, we haven't got off to the best start, have we? But I'll do everything in my power to ensure we succeed. Hanush, Radzig and Jobst are depending on us. If they thought it was a lost cause, they wouldn't have sent me. They'd have sent, you know, someone less important. That's diplomacy in a nutshell. If you're serious about something, you send someone important to add gravity and show respect.
You didn't answer my question.
I did. You just didn't realise. All right, I'll explain. According to what Hanush told me before we set out, von Burgov is no fool. Quite the opposite. Persuading him won't be easy. We have to show him he has more to gain than to lose with us.
This shouldn't be about trade-offs. Sigismund is a usurper who's harming our land. Wenceslas is the true king, and siding with him is a matter of honor.
I agree, Henry. But as you can see, half the Bohemians' nobles don't. More than half, actually. They either see Sigismund as an opportunity, or they're simply fearful and will side with the one who has the upper hand. They'll be holed up on their estates, waiting for the storm to blow over without them having to lift a finger. We have to show them we have the upper hand. It doesn't matter if they side with us out of fear or honor. They just have to side with us. And von Burgov is just the man we need. As soon as we get his support, the majority will follow. Because some nobles will simply do whatever von Burgov does. They will think he's a genius.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Lipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz.
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
Andiamo, che sennò. Questa è zona nuova, non l'ho mai vista.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaromir don't receive visitors.
Bene.
You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Burgov. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Ecco.
Come along. Sir Yaromir will be here any moment.
See?
È andata bene, è andata bene.
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Vabbè.
Forever and ever.
Please
Jesus.
excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaromir of Nebakov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honoured, Sir Yaromir. Sir Otto von Burgov asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses! My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So,
Le matte risate.
tell me, sir, how did you achieve...
Ma chi se ne
Well,
fotte?
it's a long, complicated story.
Fatti i
But I'm
cazzi
guessing
tuoi.
von Berkoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaromir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaromir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Tutto bene.
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I
Ok.
said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy.
Good to
Invite
see
him
ya.
to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Zwerk and pass some time with them.
Oddio. Non mi interessa.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your horse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important bit.
Sure.
There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
Oh Gesù Maria, ma perché dobbiamo farlo? Ok, metto qua. Parliamo.
But Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
Faccende tra signori.
He's calling his loyal men to arms. To fight back against the bandits running rampant in the region.
Now you're talking. It's about time. They've been causing trouble around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
Parecchi, meno del necessario.
He's got some, but definitely less than he'd like to. That's why we're here.
Well, hopefully enough. I bet my left nut Lord Yaromir will send me. Tell me one thing though, because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaromir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaromir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
Ma
I
sì,
accept
dai.
your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
Dai, combattiamo, non voglio di
do it,
parlare
Michael.
ancora,
You don't
madonna.
have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Spada. Ho una mano.
Some sword will do.
A choice fitting for a nobleman. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on.
Armatura. Ma siamo di legno. Oh madonna. Oh madonna. Ma io pensavo dovessimo usare... Pensavo dovessimo usare spade diverse. L'ho parato! Ma sto sanguinando, ma scusa, Ma raga, non capisco una cosa. Ma che dice? Ma praticamente
The good
ucciso.
name of Lord Yaramir has been defended. But you defended Lord K. Bonds too. You fought well. If you're feeling a bit sore,
Minchia.
go and see Klara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice as well.
Non voglio giocare a dadi.
Stables.
Ah.
I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery
Oddio.
with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Ma ha spaccato il culo. Ma guarda! Ma io pensavo dove... Ah, scusate, ma questo era tipo allenamento, invece no.
Did you get hit by a horse?
Mica, ma massacrato. Ma di che stiamo parlando? Dov'è che era quella lì che mi doveva curare? No, perché questo veramente è messo di merda. Cioè, ma che cazzo?
That's nothing. Just a scratch.
Solo un graffio, Ma che cazzo? Io ti prendo un po' di pollo, un po' di pane, un pretzel, tutto. Allora, in teoria dovrei andare a farmi curare, no? No? Dove cazzo è? Oh, vediamo se troviamo qualcosa. Tu mi curi, Klara?
God, what happened to you?
Klara, sei tu Klara?
Sir, I watched your duel against Michael. It was amazing.
Bello?
Take your defeat to heart. Michael's pretty tough. None of the men here can match him.
Aye.
Madonna, guarda lì.
Way.
But they usually get battered even worse. You really made him work for his victory, didn't you?
I did my best. And that's why I'm here, in fact. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me, so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches,
La sega.
or the gore.
Surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece.
Ah, ok, quella sega. Cura di te, quindi non agitarti troppo.
Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye.
Oddio.
Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Oddio mio.
Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Klara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
Cavaliere
Sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
Ma non lo so.
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? You'll make me blush.
Ma chi è che moribondo sottofondo?
If I don't get back soon, the
Ah, i malati.
themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go?
Noi qua flirtando. I malati sottofondo. Ma come mi hai curato? C'ho la vita ancora
Our
così.
little fortress doesn't impress
Ah,
me
ok,
much,
sta
I
salendo.
suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here.
Sta
A bit of
salendo.
excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Cazzo ne so io.
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from
Cioè,
here,
guarda.
was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village.
Ho vinto un duello.
A battle broke out. I fought my way to the loft.
Lei se ne sbatte i coglioni.
There, I found their
Minchia, mi ha
leader
curato bene,
and
devo
killed
dire,
him in
eh.
a duel.
Che deficiente di donna.
Run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At
Sì.
least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
Racconta ancora, avete ancora il manico della spada?
And now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse. And we couldn't let that go unanswered. We answered ruse with ruse. On a dark night, we scaled the ramparts to open the gate from inside.
That sounds clever.
Sì.
Aye, but they discovered us,
Ecco.
and we had to withdraw under fire.
A good thing, too. At least you lived to tell the tale. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just
immagino.
patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents, too.
Oddio, tipo? Che altri talenti hai? Perché a quanto pare curare la gente non è il tuo forte, visto che guarda, un bel pezzo di vita mi manca l'appello. Che cazzo, se mi faccio curare non me la danno manco completa. Ma che è sta cafonata? Che devo andare a dormire? Che poi io in realtà ho delle robe che avevo rubato al castello, no? Ma non lo so se attrezzi di casa sta roba. Ah, queste robe posso curarmi. Okay. Comunque ho subito molti danni perché non ho l'armatura tecnicamente, credo. Non lo so. Apprendi, questa roba. No. Queste robe le dovevo fare e non le ho fatte. Conosci già questa ricetta? Ma che cazzo me ne frega? Cioè, questa è la mappa, queste stronzate, diario di un medico. Vedi ste robe? Adesso riesco a capire. Aspetta, spostando di così, ecco. Aumenta il livello di 5, aumenta la velocità di lettura per un giorno. Ma questa roba, il livello di 5 è permanente, no? Dormi. Ti cresce 3 volte più velocemente, ok. Ok, vedi ste robe. Salva la partita. Perdi il quindi per 5 minuti, bene. Vabbè, lasciamo così per ora. Che poi aspetta un secondo, no, scusate. C'ho fame, dovrei mangiare qualcosa. Il cibo ce l'ho. Maialino arrosto, direi di mangiare questo. Abbiamo mangiato. Ecco, adesso la nostra Klara ci porta in un luogo appartato. Non so perché sta facendo zig zag, forse sta evitando le mine anti-uomo che ci sono a terra. Oddio mio. Perché voglio capire quali sono i suoi altri talenti, no? Cioè mi ha portato qui, facci vedere gli altri talenti. Ok, dimmi.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
Conosco abbastanza le erbe. Perché c'è il cervo? Certo, ti aiuto volentieri.
Sure. I'll be glad to help. What do you need?
I need marigold, a lot of it ideally. Then poppy and some sage. It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
All right. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'll wait here.
Tu grattati bene la fagiana, mi raccomando. Allora, ha detto calendula. Alcune le avevo già recuperate. Calendula, papaveri e savia. Levati, cane di merda! Non so che... No, questo è un cardo. Valeriana. E una è andata. Papaveri mi servono. Ho capito che le erbe fresche marciscono. Che vuoi da me? Ti levi dalle palle, cane di merda! Ciao. Papaveri. Calendula. Ok. Arancioni sono a calendula. Ok. Papaveri. Mi sa che sono gli ultimi che devo prendere. Ok. Mi serve solo calendula adesso. Pensavo che bastasse uno o due. Invece proprio ammazzo. Ne devo prendere. Spero che curi quei malati meglio di come abbia curato me. Perché... Ah no, perché ho preso tutto. Ok. Ingroppiamo?
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I
Oddio.
will, don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Oddio. Cosa mi mostra? Scopri il segreto di Klara e quelle cose si fanno interessanti. Guarderemo sotto la sua sottoveste. Chissà che bel nido di tarantole che c'ho. Che diavolo è sta roba? Ah, ok, un albero caduto. Fammi vedere. Sono qui per questo.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle?
Oddio.
Why?
You'll know soon enough.
Oddio.
Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden
Oddio.
place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the
Perché
joy.
non? Ma posso salvare? Ho capito, mi vuoi, anch'io ti voglio. Credo che si chiami Klara.
The only petal I see here is called Klara.
The right answer.
Oh,
And now for your reward.
oh, ma era nudo! Oh mio Dio!
I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the
Gesù.
battlefield, may God have mercy on your
Ha
enemies.
ricevuto dente di leone. Da dove l'ho preso? Dalla sua toppa?
Because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
Guardala! Ma che
You'll
diavolo!
soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Gesù. Restiamo ancora un po'?
We stay a while longer.
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure.
Gesù Cristo.
I should get dressed too.
Farewell
Vedi-
for now, Henry, and thanks for your help.
Grazie a te per avermi passato lo scolo e la sifilide e quant'altro. Madonna mia, ovo malefico. Questo che deve essere una... Di dove è andato? Eccolo. Porcone. Ma vi rendete conto? Vedete i team... Oh, sono di... Qualcuno è morto qua. Vedete, ai tempi era facile. Ai tempi era facile. Non che oggi non sia facile, però ai tempi era molto più facile, vedete? Basta andare a raccogliere dei fiori, rispondere a un indovinello e via! Le mammelle si vedono. Ok, che dovevamo fare qua? Perché non mi ricordo. Cos'è quel cuore? No, scusate una cosa, devo vedere lo status perché non l'ho mai visto. Erba segreta. Armi danneggiate, indigestione, mastino feroce. Questo me l'ha dato lei. Oddio mio. Qua non mi interessa. Cavallerizzo, questo. Vantaggio.
Good doggy, good boy.
Stalliere. Non mi ricordo con chi dobbiamo parlare, però. Abitante del villaggio.
Hey, sir.
No, non ce l'ho un momento, non mi rompere il cazzo. Magari devo parlare con lo stalliere, non lo so. Aiutante. Forse devo parlare con lo stalliere.
Good day to you.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be
Cavalli.
more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
No, grazie, non ci riesco tanto. Parlami dei cavalli. Non intendo sprecare il mio tempo.
Now, I spent enough time in the saddle on the way here. What's more, in case you hadn't noticed, we're knights. And knights use their horses for travelling or riding into battle. So if
Ecco.
you don't want to be on the wrong end of the latter,
E la
you better
Madonna!
come clean about those horses.
I don't know. Judging by the looks of you, I reckon you're more used to travelling on two legs. But I'd be happy to be proved wrong. If Sir Knight ain't afraid of
Oh,
our little
porco.
race.
I want to hear about the horses.
and I want to see what you can do in the saddle.
Oddio, non posso sfidarlo a duello? Mi interessano i cavalli. Parlami dei cavalli.
Try that on with me. I'm the retainer of Lord Capon of Perkstein. So bear that in mind and start talking.
A retainer should
Ma
know it ain't
puttana
done
troia.
to talk about lords' business behind their backs. And if his retainership ain't chicken and knows how to sit on a horse, he could take part in a little friendly
Sto facendo di tutto per evitare quella gara. Vi giuro non la voglio fare quella gara.
And I want to...
Arca troia.
I've ridden more horses than you've had main courses. I've no rival with the reins. I've got riding in my veins. A healthy horse has a healthy tooth. But where did these come from? Tell the truth.
You're a laugh and a half, I'll give you that. But I'm no slouch when it comes to rhyming either. Right, listen. Unless you want to lose face,
Porco.
accept our challenge to a race. If you don't want to dishonor your master,
dear.
all you have to do is ride faster. You look like you're in fine fettle. So why not let us test your
Io
mettle?
lo vorrei ammazzare. Lo vorrei troppo ammazzare sto coglione. Puttana troia.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to Nebakov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress.
Cioè,
First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
come cazzo dovrei ricordarmi queste robe?
Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
Ma che sta roba? Cioè io non me le ricordo. Vedi, a me non piacciono ste stronzate. È realistico. Perché non mi aspetto che ci siano... Oh cazzo. Non mi aspetto che ci siano tipo delle barriere, no? Che ti guidino dove devi andare. Però madonna. Cioè, l'unica cosa che mi viene da fare adesso è seguire sto stronzo. E basta. Ma poi non riesco... Non è veloce il mio cavallo. Fortuna che l'ho cambiato. Immaginatevi lenticchia come sarebbe andato da schifo. Dai e corri, stronzo! Ma dai, ma che cazzo! Porco giuro, almeno se me la facevo a piedi, guarda sta corsa, avrei avuto più possibilità. Sta rallentando lo bastardo! Sta rallentando! Ecco, mo riprende!
Keep it up.
Corri! Dove potrei indurlo a disarcionarti? Ecco, questo è un problema. Aspetta. Carica! Salta! Minchia, c'è finito a fondo, però ok.
Quick.
Oh, dobbiamo tornare indietro. Oh madonna. Ti prego.
Quick.
Oh Dio mio. Bella la stamina di questo stronzo di cavallo. Corri, ti prego.
Quick.
Corri, non ce la faremo mai. E devo per forza fare sto coso, non posso girare così, che cazzo mi frega. Dove sto andando? Dove sto andando?
Quick.
Ma dove sono andato a finire? Dove sono andato a finire? Corri, non me ne frega un cazzo dove stiamo finendo, vinceremo! No, ma dove cazzo sono finito? Mica mi sono dimenticato la strada, raga. È giusto? Non me lo ricordo. Ma dove cazzo sono finito? Porco... Ma dove? Dove sono finito? Minchia, raga, io ve lo giuro, odio con tutto me stesso le gare nei giochi, lo giuro, le odio. Poi soprattutto in questo contesto che tecnicamente, essendo realistico, vi stavo dicendo, tu non hai, che so, una sorta di guida visiva del tipo devi andare qui, chiaramente è un gioco comunque sia realistico. Porco demonio. Ho perso tipo di 10 minuti di... Porco giù. Chi è il migliore, Hai perso! Bene. Puttana troia. Ti è piaciuta la corsa? Coglione.
Well, you gave it a go, but Hurtle's just too good. Don't take it to heart. but I reckon you could beat him.
Non me ne frega un cazzo di riprovarci.
Getting away from his guard duty for a race will make Hurtle's day.
Oh
I want to hear
Dio.
about the horses. The race was nice, but now I'm all the more interested in where Lord Nebak got such fine
Rubati.
horses from.
Well, if you won't take no for an answer,
Oh,
well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for
Rubati.
us. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces.
ci sta
Couple of
allora.
our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Dove li avete affrontati?
Where did you fight with them?
And not far from the stream that feeds into Nebakov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
Good for you.
Too right. It wasn't easy.
I see. Take good care of those horses then.
I will. And if you don't have a sore ass from the saddle, we can have another round. Getting away from his guard
Te la farei
duty
in
and having
culo,
a
vai.
race would make Hurtle's day.
Caga.
Hurtle was first. Bad luck.
Gesù Cristo. Ok, tornando a noi. Oh madonna. Vorrei tornare dalla stronza per vedere se ci può curare ancora, ma non credo, guarda, perché tanto sono una stronza. Klara, vuoi fare il secondo round?
Thanks for the herbs. And the
E
rest.
per il resto. Addio. Posso lavarmi? No. Ok, andiamo a parlare qua. Aiutante Michael. No, ok, lui.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and they're dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls. And his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
Pezzo ha detto un'altra cosa.
Hold on. Pelzel told me in the stables that you took them from some bandits you killed.
Pelzel don't know shit. It's like I said.
Si è inventato i banditi.
So he just invented the bandits, or what?
No, there's bandits around, all right. We talked about it, didn't we? We came across them. They did for a couple of hours, but we sorted them out in the end.
Where did you come across the bandits?
Between Lower Samin and Rock Tower Pond.
You gave them what for? That's the main thing.
What for and more? Take
Meglio
care,
che
friend.
non voglio andare oltre a esaminare. Ti trovi in un'area privata? Ok, ma che cazzo devo fare, mo? Oh, eccolo. Allora finalmente ho finito. Mi sono dimenticato che posso mandare avanti il tempo, quindi. Dai, andiamo.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaramir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put
Minchia.
it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
But not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
I'll tell you everything, but not here.
For Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well, it's time we set off.
Atraschi.
I agree.
Yo, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nebakov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Berghoff.
Devo
Give me a moment. I need a rest after that long journey.
Don't you think we ought to hurry? You told me yourself things look suspicious at Nebakov Fortress. Lord von Berghoff should hear about your findings sooner rather than later, if you ask me.
Andiamo.
Let's go and see von Berghoff.
Rompicoglioni. Volevo evitare 3 ore di dialogo, però.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Jaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Jaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebakov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Samin stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. Sir Jaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nebak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed. It seems that something fishy really is going on. It is good that you are so observant, gentlemen. Is that all?
That's all, sir.
Good work, youngster. But we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner. And it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there.
Ooh.
Make him regret the day he took up arms against
Say.
us.
Say.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Mio querido sospetto, il giovane Semil è sparito dopo la noce, c'è stato un omicidio. Madonna, cosa gli posso dire? Mugnaio. È vero!
There are strange goings on at Crazel's mill. He's hiding lead balls in flour sacks.
Crazel has always been a strange bird. God alone knows what's on his mind. But I had better tell Thrash to keep an eye on him. Now, to more pleasant business.
Più faccette.
My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword fighting arena in the outer fortifications. That is all. Inform me about what you get out of the bandit.
Sì, praticamente è la cosa più importante, quindi. Ok, allora andiamo a vedere. Andiamo. Devo seguire lui? Andiamo. Altro dialogo di mezz'ora.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
Non mi piace, dobbiamo farlo.
You're right. In short, it's our task.
But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without
Io sì.
nasty shit.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can.
Velocemente la vedo difficile. Ma non è che sia difficile, cioè gli prendiamo i capezzoli e glieli giriamo. Non so. Se c'è un martello gli schiacciamo le dita dei piedi. Bisogna essere... non lo so. Fantasiosi con i metodi di tortura. Vedi, fossi nato in questo periodo sei stato un ottimo boia. Ma oddio, mi è sparito davanti, mi sono cagato in mano. Andiamo. Certo che una torcia la potevano mettere. Oh, bene, ok. Aspetta che mi spingo questa qui. La cuoca fanca.
Torturing people. What if I
La madonna. Ma che fosse Gesù Cristo che stiamo torturando. Un bandito di merda. Madonna, quanti problemi che si mettono sti coglioni, veramente. Gesù. Un bandito di merda, non è niente di che, via. Cioè, ho sbagliato, ho bevuto quella pozione di merda che non mi ha neanche aumentato la vita. Guarda come sparisce. Gesù. Neanche mi ha aumentato la vita. Dov'è? Fai sapere la strada poi. Siamo pronti? Andiamo. Che cazzo ci fa?
Blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Vedremo.
Still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you? If you're not guards.
Cazzo gliene frega.
That's none of your concern now. You'll die today anyway.
So, you can talk too, eh? Tough fella.
Not just talk. He's good with the screws.
Yeah. Is yapping all you're good for?
Che feglia.
Ah! Fuck off!
E uno.
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like...
Le pinze.
Like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
Che feglia. Pah.
Are you gonna slap me like a midwife slapping a baby's arse? Is that all you've got?
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse.
Cane maledetto.
Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Where's that band of yours hiding? I'll ask again. Where's your camp? You think you're real important, eh? A tough nut. A hero. But if you don't talk, some of your cronies...
Cristo, ma ce li ho anche abbastanza... No, non alti, però, minchia. Oltre il 10 spesso e volentieri.
Idiots.
Tanto lo sappiamo già.
You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit.
You don't have to say it, because I think I know. And I've known for a long time.
How could you?
Your camp is somewhere underground, isn't it? You crawl out of holes and ambush random wayfarers.
Jesus Christ, Henry.
Yeah, he's right. We live in holes. Like dung beetles. I'll never tell you where our band is. Never.
Continua.
Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go
Lo voglio
and crawl
torturare,
back
lo
to
voglio
your
torturare.
Von
You
Dimmelo.
must tell me. You'd never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell.
But you will.
Si comincia. Cosa prendiamo?
Go to hell, for Christ's sake.
Pinze! Li vuoi ancora i coglioni?
Spit it out. Nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If you...
Oh,
If I...
oh. Curva!
The name, say the name.
Older!
Olda.
Sabine!
The groom. That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ. And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose. But the people from the fortress are innocent. They know nothing.
No. Agnes. Good Lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands.
Von Berghoff isn't a madman. He'll mete justice out fairly.
My arse!
Oddio.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men.
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Berghoff's side deserve to die.
I'll show you.
Così per soddisfazione, tanto questo morirà a prescindere.
You
Dai.
murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit.
Dove lo possiamo colpire? Una bella martellata nel fianco, capirai. Pensavo glielo desse da qualche altra parte, nei coglioni, le dita dei piedi che fanno molto più male. Cioè devi andare nei punti proprio...
But we're not on von Berghoff's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
Schiaffeggio. Per realtà quello che ci ha voluto dire, ci doveva dire, ce l'ha detto. Il problema è, glielo devo dire a quell'altro. Magari li ammazza tutti.
I'll knock the insolence out of you, you whoreson.
You filth! What? Satisfied now?
You're not worth the effort. I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Berghoff has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Berghoff too. I pray someone We'll send you there. Soon.
Ma vai a cagare. Babbione.
Well,
reputazione ridotta.
I can't say I feel too good about it.
Su chi?
But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
He told us something, didn't he?
Well, we didn't get much. What's to be done? But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it? Old Semin, Gnarly.
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Now, there's nothing to be done. We must tell von Bergov what's really going on with Semin.
Don't think he'll be very pleased. Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently.
Cioè, non capisco la reputazione ridotta verso nei confronti di chi? Di Hans o di quello lì? Onestamente che cazzo ne frega di quello lì? Non me ne frega nulla. Tanto verrà impiccata comunque, quindi capire se mi devo pure preoccupare. Oddio, tutto sto via vai di soldati.
Excuse me.
Mi culo se mi fai passare. Vediamo. Vediamo che ha da dire. Più veloce, se no mi addormento dalle scale. Jesus. Oh madonna. Aspetta, mi faccio la cuoca. Oh madonna mia. Ce la faccio più. Gesù. Dov'era? Ecco qua. No, dov'è cazzo era? Aspetta, dov'era? Scusami, porca. Ma era qui, aspetta. Ma qua sta banchettando e noi facciamo i coglioni qui. Ok. Parla.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
Your suspicions about Semin were correct. We found out young Semin was in it up to his ears.
Which means precisely what?
That he's in league with the bandits. And he left his own wedding just to ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I'd say it was just him. Nobody else knew about it.
Why are you so certain?
The prisoner said so. And I don't think he lied to us.
Very well.
That's all we found out.
Very well then. In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir. Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
A che ora? Dammi un orario, no? Cioè, che cazzo. Dammi un orario, ci vediamo alle 15, qualcosa del genere. Minchia, oh. Cammina. Posso perché lanciarmi nel vuoto, guarda. Mica no, le supero veramente, mi fanno venire veramente il lato alle ginocchia. Gesù Cristo. Oh. Ok, no, più che altro perché volevo dormire. C'è almeno 10 minuti qualcosa e salvare. Quindi, signori miei, spero vi sia piaciuta quest'altra parte. Se non è troppo corta ve ne vedrete un'altra. E ci vediamo con la prossima. Ciao a tutta. Ciao a tutta. Ciao a tutti.